Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's Caitlin here from Florals.com with another Wild Whisper design team project. Today I'm featuring the latest collection from Wild Whisper called Farmhouse. And this is absolutely an adorable collection. You'll see me flip through it here. This was actually a really quick layout for me. I think I only sped up the video a little over or a little less than 2 times. So I'm featuring this collection and I'm using 3 photos. I thought these photos were perfect to go with this collection. And although it's a rustic collection, it does have a literal farmhouse feel. So I decided to use when we fed some goats. So very farmhousey. So I'm using this like barn door pattern paper. I love the red on this. It's a beautiful shade of red. It's showing up, of course, sort of orange on the camera, but it's much more of a red. A burnt red, but not a burnt orange. And then there's the cut apart sheet, which I'll feature later, and then also a couple basic patterns. And then you also have the script here. It says like oink and moo and just cute things like that. So I cut the branding strip off of that, and then I want to use some strips of the black pattern paper to really help the photos pop. So you'll see me trim some of those out and then tuck them under my photos. Of course, you could use a full sheet of paper behind there, but I am trying to savor this collection since it's brand new. So I only used a couple chunks of it to give the same effect as if it were a whole piece of paper. Now that those are in place, I have to think about what I'm going to do with the other space on the right hand side. This is a very vertical layout at the moment, so I need to be aware of that and try to figure out what will fit in the other section. So this would be an easy thing to do for pocket pages as well, is to fill in all of your pockets with the same pattern paper and just fill in the other pockets with your photos. That's a great way to make a continuous pattern as well. And I'm just going to tuck these in now. So I'm going to glue down this one side so I can get the correct spacing, and then I'll tuck in the second black border there. I thought I might use washi tape, which is what I was looking for there, but I decided just to use the pattern papers for now. But of course, if you don't have branding strips like these, you could definitely use washi tape to suffice a second layer. And I only did that second layer on the left hand side to give that side more weight. I know the title would be going on the right hand side of my page, so having that lighter color brings in that secondary color on the background paper for the barn doors. You'll see there's that light brown color again. And that really just helps balance it out, and then again gives more weight to the left hand side. Since these are bold colors, the lighter color gives a lot of weight despite the black being also very heavy. And now on to the title. I wasn't sure, oh no, just kidding. I forgot I wanted to add a couple pieces. I think this is the only thing I ordered from the Farmhouse collection. I didn't think I'd have a use for it. But I really love the patterns anyway. But I really wish I ordered like the pocket page cards and the other ephemera pieces. I think they would have been beautiful, and I might have to place another order soon because I kind of love this collection more than I thought I would. And if you're going to place an order at Wild Whisper, don't forget to use my code DTCaitlinC. I'll have it listed down below so you guys can save on your next order, because it's always fun to save on orders. I know I've had a couple people use it and it's helped them out, so I'd love for it to help you out if you're going to place an order at Wild Whisper. And if you are in Canada, there are some locations that carry Wild Whisper in person. You can find more information on the Wild Whisper website, which I always have linked down below in case you're interested. Here is where I take one of the cut apart pieces. This one says Farmhouse, and I'm going to trim it down a little bit because it's just a little bit too big. And that's going to be the main section of my title. So the title of this layout is going to be Farmhouse Friends, as you can probably tell from the title of this video. So I pull out that one cut apart, and then here's a second cut apart I thought I was going to use. This is little like hoof prints, but when I cut them out, they don't look like hoof prints anymore. They look more like coffee beans, so I decided not to use them at the moment. So after I trimmed one out, I figured out what they looked like and just decided altogether against it. I will keep these in case I have a future layout that I could possibly use them on, or perhaps use them as a stencil or something like that. So if you guys didn't know, Wild Whisper also carries cut files. I don't feature them here because I don't have a machine to cut them, but they also have coordinating cut files for all their collections, which is awesome. And now I am going to use some foam tape behind my Farmhouse piece here and just gluing that down. And luckily this has some beautiful lines on it, so it lines up beautifully. And now I'm looking for a secondary title piece. This was kind of difficult. I wanted to use black, I wanted to use white, I wanted to use cream, but they sort of all faded into the background because of that section that has the cream, that light to brown tone, it has the black, and then the white just wasn't well, one, I didn't have the right letters for most of my white thickers, but it just didn't really fit. So I added some brackets from this sticker set. I thought they looked super cute. Little white stitching detail, very homey feeling. Really loved how that turned out. And then I'm going to try to add a couple other sets of thickers. Now you'll see me kind of go through it, but once I place them down, it just looks so busy, and I couldn't get behind those ones either. So you'll see me go through tons of thickers trying to decide. I look at colored thickers as well. I was thinking, well, maybe if I use a different color, it'll look better. But then again, this layout's full of very neutral colors, except for the red. And I really like the bold pop the red gives, and I can't do red on red. So now I'm on the lookout for more thickers. I thought I was going to use these white ones, which I'm glad I didn't because I don't think the word friends would have fit very well. I wanted it to be smaller than the word farmhouse, in my mind at least. So when I pulled these out, these are clearly larger than the word farmhouse, which might have looked fine. But those stickers are also yellowing, which is odd. Let me know if you guys have that issue where some of your stickers are yellowing. But lastly, I pulled out these Pink Fresh Studio stickers from the Boys Fort collection, and they're the absolute perfect shade that I wanted. So they're the right shade, but they still blend in. So what I decided to do is originally I was going to try vellum, but then I thought vellum didn't really fit the style of this layout. So what I decided to do instead is get a doily. And here's my shoulder. That just proves to you how high up my camera is. So when I can't see the screen if it's in focus or not, that's probably why, because I'm so far away from it. But my camera is pretty high off the ground. And I just grabbed a doily, cut it down, and tucked it under with some adhesive. And that really helps the title stand out. I really love the way it turned out. Doilies are very homey as well. And I just absolutely love it. These stickers are very, very sticky. I'm very excited that they're sticky, but they're also very hard to move around, especially since I wanted some odd sort of spacing on these. I wanted them to be kind of super spaced apart. So here I go and spell out the word friends. Again, I have to adjust the spacing afterwards because it's just didn't really go down right the first time. You can see the spacing is pretty wobbly, plus the letters aren't even on straight-ish. They're still not on very straight, but they're much better spaced now at least. So I'm just going to even those out. And like I said, they were very sticky. They clung to the doily pretty well. So there we go, Farmhouse Friends. And I'm going to add a little bit more pizzazz to this layout by using some Heidi Swapp Color Shine in the color Tea dye, or maybe it's just tea. Originally I was going to try to use some sequins, but then I thought those didn't really go with the farmhouse look. But I thought some splatters of some dirt colored color shine would do the job. So I'm going to shake that up for quite a while. Here I'm still looking for sequins, hence why my arm's still up there. But I'm secretly not going to use any of them, or my wood veneer. I wish I bought more wood veneer last order, but I forgot to. So another order might be coming soon. But here I'm going to use some Heidi Swapp Color Shine just in a couple spots. And then I'll use a baby wipe to daub some of it off, because I do get it on some of my photos where I didn't want it. And if you do it quick enough, it'll come right off, so you don't really have to worry about it. But I'm just going to dab that around, placing some bubbles where I want some, etc. And then cleaning off my hand because I accidentally got it all over my hand, which was only slightly annoying. But luckily it comes off pretty easily once it's when it's still wet. But that's pretty much it for this layout, guys. I hope you guys enjoy the new Farmhouse collection as much as I do. It's definitely a different collection compared to what other companies are putting out. And if you guys haven't checked out the Wild Whisper store yet, please do. It's full of so many different collections that you guys need to check out, including this brand new one, and there's so many more coming out soon. So thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time, and thanks.